All right, hello everyone. Oh, hey. Welcome back to Slow Sewing Sundays. Starting late as per usual. um, but actually, I feel like I've made really good progress. The last few times, I feel like we've been talking about the same thing for the last couple times. But in fairness, in my defense, I've been working on a single pattern, but I've been trying to make 5 versions of this. So I basically have 4 of them done. And then I also, because I just have all of them, I felt like, well, the one I made like 2 years ago, I didn't want it to feel left out too. So I'm just going to kind of just show you first the ones that I more or less have done. And then I figured maybe this last one I would go ahead and do like live. Um, yeah. Again, doubtful that I actually finish. The first thing I have to do, like in the title, I have to change my serger threads. And that's actually why I've waited to do this one last. So let me just show you. Mm, the tea is just really important. I've like honestly, especially because like it's turning out that these Sundays, the reason why I'm starting so late is like I spend so much of like the day and like the previous day actually prepping up, which is basically like doing a lot of sewing, making it look like, oh yeah, I've been sewing all week and this is what I have to show. But um, so then I am like, I had to take a nap today because I was like, ooh, tired. But when I was about to do this live, I was like, oh, maybe, I'll skip the tea. And then I was like, honestly, I just feel like it's like part of the process now. Anyway, getting to the point. So my camera setup is a little different right now. Usually I show you the worktop, but I'm focused on the serger because I had to change those threads. So let me show you the ones that I have finished. So the first one that I finished was, ooh, uh-oh. Seeing this is going to be a problem. So this is the other camera, which is actually my phone, and it's the one pointing to my serger. So I just won't back up. But basically, this is the first one, the mock turtleneck. Uh, yeah, mock turtleneck with the long sleeves. Then out of this same fabric, I'm just about finished with this mock turtleneck dress. So I'm not going to be able to show you all of it because it's so long. Um, but she just keeps going. But the slits are here. This is where I did the tailor's tack, so I haven't taken them out quite yet. And I actually haven't finished the bottom because this girl, she's finished. She actually just washed her. Like I've worn her to work. No, I haven't. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I wore her to work last week. Um, but this one, I was like, well, since this is actually the I actually really liked this jersey knit the best out of all of them. Even though I think some of the other ones are cuter, this one that I and used for this one, the other one, I really like the best. But saying that to say, it's also the one that's the thickest. And I was noticing when I was doing some of the other ones that are thinner, ooh, my arm is getting tired. Um, I noticed that when I would do the kind of like the top stitching or the hemming part, some of how jersey, if you ever work with it, it can get kind of wavy at the hems. So it's been a while since I've worked with jersey, and depending on the jersey you use, and usually the ones that are a little thinner really have that issue. So um, actually in the booklet for the instructions for this, she really recommends using like a heat and bond. So even though this looks like plenty, I figure that I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do the final one, the one that I'm gonna be sewing right now, because that actually maybe like it's definitely one of the thinner fabrics, and it's gonna need it. So I'm just basically trying to conserve and basically like, okay, what I have left goes to that. Whatever I have left, I'll use for the hem, for the where the slits are. So, ooh, your girl is long-winded. T. Mm. It's like a minefield. I just have so much stuff like right here in this little spot because this is just like one little corner of this room. Whatever. Okay. So yes, dress, top. This one I'm really excited about. Even though this is the one that waved up real bad, but so this is obviously they're all mock turtlenecks, so I don't need to repeat that part. But they're all mock turtlenecks. But this is the one where it's sleeveless. But you may not be able to tell, but it actually had, yeah, I don't think you could tell from here. But I had a real issue with the waviness happening, and in the instructions, she says nothing about basically like top stitching around the neckline. But I was like, you know what? I feel like it would be a little better and it would like lay a little better. I should have done that. It waved up so bad, but hitting it, I guess, with like a little bit of heat did help it lay down a bit. So I did try this one on last night. This is the one obviously in the cover shot of this video, which I know I need to work on those. But yeah, but I really like this, little finish on the armhole. Yeah, so this one's just really cute, but this is a much thinner jersey than the other one. So even like the neck line, like the mock turtleneck part, it kind of like, it just kind of like lays a little, like it's really tired. So if I would have known um, that I was going to do that, I probably would have put a little bit of interfacing in this part. But no big deal. I'm still going to wear it. It's not a big deal. Happy. Your girl is happy. This is the one I think I showed last time that I made about 2 years ago now in 2021. I can't believe it's been that long. This one is actually, this is the smallest of them. I think this is basically a size small, or maybe like a 6 or something, because I made an 8 this time. Slightly small. I'm sure it looks fine, but I'm sure it's a little more like, like svelte. And plus it's been washed many times, so yeah. But she still looks great. I'm sure she fits great. And this one is basically like the other turtleneck with sleeves. And this I felt like this was like a medium weight. This was like in between the black and gold striped one. This is actually more like, reminds me more of like this one, even though this one is perfect. But this one's really good too. I really liked this one, and it ended up being a pretty easy sew. I had very minimal issue with the whole wavy thing, but again, using the soft and stretch, this stuff was great. So the last one at this point is this one, and this is like a light pink. This is also a bit on the thinner side, so I did mention using interfacing for the other one, and now I'm like, should I use interfacing for this one? But I don't feel like getting up and getting it, so I think I just won't. I don't know how I don't know if I'll regret that later. Should I just do it? I don't know. Nah, we're just gonna go for it. It just doesn't really matter to me that much. I say that now, but I may cry later, but it's fine. Just because then I don't want it to be too stiff, and I'd have to find the right interfacing for it that's like, knit, to work with knits, and I've already saw this live, like, whatever. So, yeah. So this one basically is going to turn out just like this one. Sleeveless. So, So that's where I'm at. A lot of these going on, but again, these are like great basics, just to put under stuff. I think I told you guys last time about, like, I have this puffer vest. But I love her. It's a black puffer vest I got from Amazon, but obviously she goes with anything. So I wore her over the one I had finished last week. um this, oh my god, it's like the mic is here, the camera's there. I will get better at this, you guys, I promise. But yeah, this and the puffer. I wish I had a little video to, like, show, but I didn't make any videos like that. I have been sewing all day. Okay, sewing yesterday and today. So this is the last top. So I'm excited about this because obviously I have more sewing plans, but I just really wanted to plow through this one first. Um, yeah. Okay, cool. I already spent, like, wasted almost 12 minutes just talking about that. So we'll see how far we get. First things first, actually, I need to again change the thread. So, on all those other things I used black thread. And actually, I don't have like a lot of serger threads, but I did go ahead and order this. I think on the camera it looks like a bright white, but it's not. This is more like an eggshell or an off-white, but I thought that would go perfect with this. I just thought it would look better with this color than black, even though you probably won't see the black. Details. Plus, I was just like, it's probably a good idea to just have that other color, that I can use anyway in my arsenal. So this is gonna be a little scary. Let's see, yeah. So I need to move you, but I'll drink you. So I'm gonna attempt to change the threads with you guys watching me. And the funny thing is, like, you really won't be able to see everything because clearly. But yeah, so let's get that started. I probably should have prepped this up a little bit. Let's just bring it back to me because I have to open all these. Oh, okay, that's right. They're perforated. Okay. So this in itself may take 10 minutes just to open this. Exacto. Don't worry, guys. I'm a professional. I say that, and if I had to stop this early, to call 911. But y'all got me, right? Sure. Yeah. Let's see. I should be able to talk and do this at the same time. I should, but okay. Yeesh. I'm just trying to be a little extra careful since it is thread. Okay. I think we're in business with one. Are you getting the ASMR on this? No. No. Okay. Well, so much for the perforated part. Maybe I'll get it. Oh, wow. Okay. Maybe I'll get that next time. But literally, oh, okay. Okay, come on. Yo, this may be the whole video. Okay. 1 of 4. Uh-oh. My trash, she is almost full. Okay, I'll start putting them over here. What else? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I'm very much excited, as you guys should be, because I feel like I've been talking about these mock turtlenecks for a while, but it's also time for me to like do another video that I got really great feedback, or really positive feedback on, you know, like a pattern review video, which I feel like those videos aren't necessarily very popular when people do them, but man, if they're out there and it's a certain pattern that you're actually looking for, they're just really, really, really super helpful. You know, again, you know, I look at Instagram a lot for, you know, inspiration and just, you know, seeing who made the pattern, how it looks, all the type of stuff. But usually, you know, Instagram is just all about the reels and the photos. So everybody's just kind of showing you a snapshot. But, you know, a dedicated video obviously just really gets into the, you know, like what size somebody did, what fabric they used, you know, like were there any trouble spots, would they make it again, you know, all that type of stuff. So there's that. Let's see, but yeah, so I don't remember exactly where I was going with that, but I do remember trying to like, one train of thought I was trying to talk about was that now that I'm nearing the end with these guys, which, you know, I'm getting closer to my work wardrobe dreams, especially for this fall. I could start thinking about, that's why I started talking about like sewing review videos, because, you know, I can basically start another one of those with the denim trousers, or faux denim looking trousers too, and then these. But my next project will be a dress, so I'm hoping it will also be true bias as well. Actually, it's between that pattern and I have a pattern by the Assembly Line, which will be my first pattern by them. And it's basically like, think of like a pullover, but it's kind of in a jacket material and it has a hoodie on it, but it's a dress. Wait a minute, that was a lot. So hooded, you pull it over yourself, and it's kind of more in a jacket material, and it's kind of a long dress. So that isn't a great description, and I think it doesn't sound good. And I will be honest with you, like, I feel like the Assembly Line is a pretty popular indie pattern line, but I do feel like when I was like looking at Instagram for like people who've made it, there are definitely people who did make it, but it's not like a super popular one, I guess. And to be honest, the ones that I saw in black I thought were nice. I'll be honest. I think I saw a lot of people with them on, and I don't know how flattering it is, but I think I can pull it off, if that makes any sense. So, you know, sometimes two people end up making like their own alterations, and I'm not saying that's not a bad idea, but I think when I do start making that pattern, I'll show the inspiration. There's one woman that I just loved her version. She made it in black. Mine will be in like a mustard color. I don't think I'm selling this at all, but I'm looking very forward to it. It's definitely a good layering piece. Like I could see like wearing a long, like my long kind of wool coat with it. I'm excited about it. It may be one of those things where I make and then I'm like, oh, I don't really like this. That happens more often than I like to admit. But such is life. Okay, cool. So I finally got all these open. So let me go back to that view. And so the way I've been taught how to do this is because, you know, there's no way that I'm like really going to, you know, try to rethread it from scratch. We're going to try to do it the way like where you basically cut. Okay, well, you can't see that, but you cut the threads up here and then you like tie them to the new ones. And then you basically, you know, push down the pedal, run the machine, and like just watch the color, the old thread move out and the new thread move in. I've done this with, you know, success. Sometimes like there's, you know, there may be like a stubborn thread that's like, I'm not going to do it. So this may end up being a video where you literally just watch me struggle with my serger, and not work on this at all. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? Oof. I was supposed to, you know, I thought I was going to be done actually with these last night. Child, I surged on when this one, hold on, back to me, hold on. This one was definitely my problem one. This one, the one I was actually most excited about was, of course, was the one that was giving me the most problems. And so, you know, I told you the, you know, the droopy neck thing, you know, fine. And then I told you about, you know, the like the lettucey kind of, you know, waviness, you know, around the neckband because I got smart and was like, oh, let me like, you know, run a seam over here. And that was not the right thing to do. Then when I started doing this part, you know, you take the band and you pin it in here and you have to like, you know, pin it in quarters so you can like kind of like stretch it along, you know, the opening, and did all that, serged it, and then realized that I serged it, it was like to the wrong side. So picking out serger thread was at least an hour of my time, and I really thought about giving up, you know, like, you know what, I've got a couple others, do I really need this one? But I was like, just roll with it, just do it, you know. So I'm glad my persistence paid off. She's done, and yeah, okay, so back to the scene of the crime. So okay, let's go. All right. So I realize you're not gonna see this first part, kind of, maybe, and that's okay. Just trust me. Just trust me. So I'm cutting the threads. Oop. Okay, and now I'm removing the old ones, which I'm gonna have to probably get more black ones. Well, at least like one of them. I'm not really clear on like how they run. So, but there's definitely one of these threads that runs down faster than the other. Okay. Oh, okay. See? Sure. See if I can adjust this a bit. Okay. Okay. And then I'll bring it back down. So these are, right here, these are the threads I cut. And now I'm just going to, I would usually stand over the machine. I'm going to do my best to just do this from here. So you can kind of see. All right. I always have hope that like, oh, maybe I can finish something with you guys watching, but then as these lives, roll on, I'm like, ain't no way. Because this serger bit is like, it's like I'm doing surgery right now. Obviously not really. Oh no. Doing surgery is if the moment of truth of if I can't thread these through here, if they don't thread correctly, then I'll start doing surgery. I literally have to get my tweezers out. Either way, somebody's gonna have fun. It won't be me, but maybe it'll be fun for you. Either way. Oh, come on. Yes. 2. I'm sitting here, as I'm doing this, I'm sitting here trying to remember, should I run this through with the presser foot up or the presser foot down? Maybe the presser foot up. Oh, we'll see what happens. Because the thing is, you don't want the knot to get caught. So maybe actually up, because you want the, we're making knots, right? Because we want to connect the 2 threads. But when we run it through, we don't want, it to kink up or do anything weird or come loose. So when you have the presser foot down, all these knobs and everything are like, all the knobs are doing this. They're, because they're trying to grab the thread. But I think we don't want that to be as aggressive when we're bringing the new thread through, because we have this knot to contend with. So I think I answered my own question. We will put the presser foot up. Right. So now everything has been, whatever. Let's see. Yeah. I think this is a good enough view for you guys. So, yeah. Oh, press your foot up. And away we go. Oh no. Maybe press foot down. This is not good. Oh. It's turning into the video I didn't want it to be. Okay, let's see. So the video I didn't want it to be is where I'm gonna have to go in here, y'all, and figure this out. Okay, cool, great. Because when I saw this, I was like, uh-oh, something's happening, and it's not good. Yeah, I think, yeah. All right. Let me get my tweezers. It's officially that kind of video. 30 minutes in, yeah. We are not touching this garment tonight, more than likely. Okay, so let me see if I can bring this in closer then. It's a little dirty in there too. Okay. Well, I don't know how much narrating I'll be doing, because I'm gonna have to figure some stuff out. It's definitely dirty in there. Okay. Well, the hope is that I can at least fix this while we're together. But I would say this method works. The probability of this method working is usually if I'm working with my serger like a whole lot and changing threads, you know, like more often than I do. Like if I'm actually like working with my serger a lot, but I haven't worked with my serger for a while till now. And now that I'm changing these threads. Alright. So these are clearly color coded. Of course, the ones that are giving me trouble are the ones that are here, and those are the ones that go all through down here. So have to open her up, look under the hood. This is shameful too, because it's like y'all are coming to my house and it's just don't mind the mess. Excuse the mess. Okay. Well. All right. So. Okay. So we lost you completely. And goes through here. Put that here. And this may not be so bad. Famous last words. Scissors. Is that really? Oh no, not here. There we go. Alright. I'll be honest with you, I kind of never know where to tuck these. I'm just like, just go back there somewhere. Alright, let's see. Three other threads are there. Could that be it? Probably not. Let's see. Well, that's looking better. Oh. Something ain't right. But I mean, if you're looking, these are starting to thread through. We have the white here, Still have black here. It's for some reason I feel like these first two always take the longest to thread through. But something ain't right. Oh. Oh, cool. Actually, you may be right. Hold on. It's coming through. Come on down. Yes. Okay. All right, we did it. It's all white now. This. That was the last of the black thread, and we're all here now. Cool. What's happening? No. Oh. So this is the last. This knot did not make it through. Sometimes I find I don't make it through these needle holes, which I get it. All right. Which one are you? See, I shouldn't have been talking about doing surgery because this is the surgery part. Actually, I'll take this any day. This isn't terrible. I'm gonna say that now. Let's see. Okay. Alright. Believe me, I've seen worse. Alright. So I string you back here. Go, girl, go. I knew that was too good to be true. Again, just gonna throw this down here. See what happens. Or press our foot down like we're really doing something. Oh, shoot. Almost dropped an F-bomb there. I'm not gonna lie. I caught myself just in the nick of time. Still. Okay. Let's see what happens if I throw some scrap down here. She is fixed. She's changed. Okay, fantastic. All right, so let's, I like it. All right, let's get crack-a-lackin'. Let's get back down to business. We're on a schedule. Time is money. It really isn't. I just do so much to entertain myself. Put up our tweezers. Okay, and actually, yeah, I'll just keep that shot because I don't think you need to see anything above there. All right, so honestly, I've done this. Let me just put it on mute just a second. So I feel like I've done this in the. Hold on, let me just get a drink. It's just tea, but. Okay, so I feel like I've done this enough. I have the instructions right there, but for the most part, I feel like I know what to do. Okay. So we're gonna do the neck, uh, the mock neck part first. Ugh. Okay. So back to the machine. Maybe just the machine. My little there. Actually, no. Bring me back. Bring me back. Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I'm really glad I waited, and as I started to, just be lazy about it and just be like, oh, I'll just do black. But I'm glad I decided to go ahead and just do this. So what's gonna happen is this is the first thing, to do, but eventually I'm going to have to quarter this with pins and then match it up to the neckline hole of the top. So actually, trying to make sure y'all can see everything. Actually, I could do this in a bit. Let me not do that right now. Okay. So then this is for the armholes. The great thing about this pattern is it doesn't matter which variation you decided to do. It's 4 pattern pieces total. So that's lovely. And also the great thing about these knits is I kind of am not super worried about like which side is right, which side is wrong. I'm just designating it because they look the same. Okay, girl, let's go ahead and chain this. Oh, wow. My Alexa is saying that snow is possible, but rain is expected. It's been raining all day here in DC. Okay. Alright, so kind of same deal with these pieces, and I won't drag it on and belabor it, but this too will kind of be pinned like this because this becomes your armhole opening. It's just really pretty how this version turns out. Like so. But again, let's not belabor this point. Put it to the side for now. So now my favorite part, this is where we're gonna be pinning the front to the back at the shoulders. So this is the back, and you can tell because it's up a bit higher, and this is the front because it kind of dips lower at the neckline. So you see me trying to go like pick up the pace a little bit? Aren't y'all proud? No one cares. Okay. Cool. Definitely make sure we're matching at the notches. It's okay. I don't know if you saw, but like the back one of the pieces were like a little longer, go stretch that thing. Just stretch it. It's a great thing about knit. We're just stretching to fit. I'm gonna pin the other side in this manner, but if you recall, if you watched last episode, um, we're using, which I still have plenty of left, thank goodness. We're using this. It's basically like clear elastic, like a stay tape, but for your elasticized garments, your jerseys and stuff. And this is to help strengthen it at the shoulders. That's kind of where I guess a lot of your structure can fail in a garment when it, that's definitely, the shoulder is definitely the part you do not want to stretch out uncontrollably. That's a part that you always want to remain structured. So this stuff allows you to do that. So we're going to have to, gonna have to also add a strip here. And since I've done this a couple of times now, I'm not as afraid. Here, sorry. And I will put that through and you'll see. So let me clip the other side really quickly. Do it at the notches. Again, see how that's a little off? Gonna stretch it. It's like money. Make it stretch. Y'all, I'm so unbelievably corny, but sometimes you just gotta realize who you are, and you may as well just double down on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even try to I roll my eyes on the inside, but it's just, it's who I am. Okay, so now, again, the instructions kind of say to cut the length of this part, but I have found for me, the serger to catch it a little better, and just so I'm not as pressed, I just make sure that it's just a little longer than this length. So I'll put that there. Okay. Cut it about here. We need 2 of them, so cutting it again. So truly, this project, once you have all your pieces cut out and stuff, it's a pretty quick sew. Even for somebody as slow as me, it can go by pretty quickly. Does that mean it still, sometimes takes me all day? Yeah, that's just who I am, though, and I know that. Plus, to give myself a little credit, I was doing 4 of them. So, there's also that. All right, so I kind of found that if I lined it up about there, so like that. And we should be good. While we're here, I may as well just get the other side done as well. Let's do it. So easy to lose these things. I mean, not permanently, but you know what? I think sometimes that's what makes sewing so long too. It's where is this? Where did I put that? So Just um, also too, like I was really working like assembly line style for the most part, and I found that really helpful as well. So like if I'm doing this part on this one, I'm gonna do it on all of them, and then serge them all, and then all of this part is done with the rest of them. Okay, so let's pop this under. Alright. So again, because I have this like little extra that you may not be able to see, um, when I put my up my presser foot, and then when I put it down, I want it to have something kind of to like kind of grab on, and that kind of helps that. Okay, but not right there. Not I feel like I said one thing, and then when I tried to do that and demonstrate that, something else happened. But I just really needed to get the clip out of the way. Okay, so here goes nothing, guys. Ooh. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no, I'm catching it? We'll see. I'm devastated already. Oh no. Why is this longer over here? I'm scared. Well, son of a gun. So you see, you may not really be able to see what happened, but it looks like it didn't really start. Like it kind of balled up and didn't really. So it has none of this stuff until here, and I feel it's really thick right here, and then but this part here is perfect. You can't really tell, but it's perfectly encapsulated. So boo, like as much as that sucks, I'm not doing this again. Like, this should have enough protection that it should be okay. And like, this is not anything, not to be mean or whatever about it, but this is not exactly a piece where I think that I'm gonna like hold on to it for so long where like I pass it down or anything. It's not like that. So, and to be fair with you, the rest of the most of the other knits that I was using were like if they did have some polyester in them, it was mostly cotton, but I think this is basically poly. And to be frank, this was like the one I cared the least about. Although I do think it's going to turn out cute and be fine. I think that's also ultimately why I just didn't even worry about like, oh, let me not bother to interface this one. Honestly, when I'm making these clothes too, this is kind of just a practice in like, hey, let's get back on the making, stuff again, so. And I'm trying not to be so hard on myself about these projects. A lot of times, like, sometimes I would be really slow with projects just because, like, I want it to be, like, perfect, but it's like, get real. Anything that I find that, like, if I'm really hard on myself when I'm, like, sewing stuff and I'm, like, trying to make things perfect, again, recovering perfectionist. If you really take the time to inspect some of your clothes, they're like not perfect, and you just go on, you don't think about it, all that type of stuff. So, and I don't, I have a whole nother full-time job. Like, I don't do this, to get paid. I do this for fun and, for the joy of it. So, getting off my soapbox. Oh no. It's like it's not catching. So what happened on the first one will probably happen on this one. Girl, life moves on. Ah, I can see it. Yes. You can't tell, but I'm making sure that the tape is like right on the other side of the blade. So am I cutting into it sometimes? Sometimes a little bit, but it's fine. So yep, same exact story. Kind of balled up over here, but for the most part, it's covered, and that's all we can ask for. Looks good to me. Alrighty, so definitely in a good place, right? And then, oh yes, okay. So then the next part, again, like I did this a time or two, so I'm like, okay, I know what to do. So now we're gonna run it down the sides. The shoulders are good. We're gonna run it down the sides from basically underneath the armpit to the waist on both sides. I don't know why I can't. There we go. Okay, let's do it. And because I am the person I am, I'm gonna pin it a little bit when I know I could. Sorry, I'm gonna clamp them. At least at the notches, you know. I think that's also what usually slows me down with sewing too. Like I'm an overpinner, um, but for the sake of this, like I would like to go faster. So I'm just gonna put like 3. Just like kind of one at the beginning, one at the middle notch, and one at the end, just to make sure I have good coverage. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the other side too. Just get it done. Oops. Give me my notches. Yeah, and out of all the fabrics that I bought, this is the one that was the cheapest. I didn't really expect much from this fabric, but again, I think it's nice looking. I think it's gonna make a great top. Um, and it's funny because I had kind of considered this one my toile one. Like I was like, oh, I'll do this one first. You know what I mean? but but I ended up saving it for last because I was like, because I literally just ordered this thread. It came in a couple of days ago, and yeah. So here we are again. I'm telling y'all, time flies. Oh, this may be the first live that nobody popped in, which is fine, or at least nobody popped into the chat, but it's totally fine. Again, like, I know these lives are super random, and they're also super long, but I like that. I just want to get some practice in, and I'm enjoying myself, and it gives me enough time to actually, like, kind of work on something. So, okay, here we go. Gonna run these seams, y'all. We're running these seams. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. In lieu of pinning, I gotta make sure at least it's kind of right. Got a slight curve because you know this is like about where you're coming from your waist to kind of your hips, stomach. Other side. Ooh, you know what I forgot to do, which is not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Because the instructions didn't say anything about this, but I had kind of like um, ran a seam at the bottom. So then when like I actually hem it, like let me show you. Like for this one, this is the bottom. But you see, oh, you may not be able to see that. But so that I put serging stitches, and it just, to me, it just looks really clean. Like nobody sees it, but I do. And I like it. So yeah, but I can sew this side and then do that. It's not no big deal at all. So, oops. Oh gosh. That was this. You know what? I've actually never used it because I so seldom like really draft anything. But I want to change that. But it's not gonna be tonight, so another time. Another time maybe. Man, I wish an hour like flew by like this would work. That'd be great. These scissors are not great. These are fantastic. Okay. Let me put it back here. All right. So it's rough right now, but you get it, right? So starting to see it like come alive. Again, I will finish up the bottom. I'll just run a stitch all the way around the bottom. It turns, then we turn up the hem an inch, and then I'll take it to that machine there and do a top stitching. I'll probably do it in a white thread. I like a really light thread. I like how this like turns out or is looking. And then, like I said, you know, for the neckline, I gotta put in 4 pins, and so quarter this, quarter the neckline, sew these together, and then basically do the same thing with the for the armholes. I'll also, you know, pin and quarter and pin this, and quarter and pin the armhole, and then do the same thing, and then honestly, then she's done. So this is like a, I don't know how much you can tell on here, it's like a kind of a pale pink, you know, like a not very warm pink, but it's nice. It seems like a very nice shade for fall, but yeah, then we'll pretty much be done. That's right. Yeah, so I should actually have plenty. I didn't think about it because I really only need this part for the bottom hem of the top. So then I'll finish up the dress. I think I start getting, I don't know if I'm tired. I just start getting blah after about an hour. But anywho, yeah, it's been like an hour and almost 6 minutes. I feel, I'm starting to feel like not full on hangry, but I am hungry. So I gotta figure that out. But yes, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was at least kind of entertaining or just something to have in the background. Either way, or maybe you never see this, but appreciate always dropping in. I have fun with these, as I've been saying. So yeah, episode 7 in the books, and I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye bye.